Reported reason for WWE stars. Release revealed. Labeled most surprising of all the cuts backstage. WWE made headlines once again after parting ways with 12 stars in October, including several names from its Evolve, LFG, and ID programs. While roster cuts are nothing new for the company, one particular release has stood out among fans and insiders alike. A new report has now revealed the reason behind the departure of one of NXT's most talented stars, Wes Lee, a move that has been described as the most surprising of all the cuts backstage. Wes Lee, a former NXT North American champion, was released by WWE despite being considered one of the brand's most exciting in-ring performers. Lee had been with the company since 2020 and built a solid reputation among fans and peers for his athleticism, charisma, and determination. At just 30 years old, he still had plenty of time left to grow as a performer, making his release a true shock to many. According to reports, fans were left scratching their heads about why WWE would let go of someone with such potential. During a recent Q&A session, wrestling journalist Sean Ross Sapp addressed a fan's question about Lee's release. The fan expressed confusion over why WWE didn't even test the waters by giving Lee a shot on the main roster before deciding to cut ties. Sapp admitted that the move puzzled many within the company as well, describing it as one of the most surprising decisions made during this latest round of releases. Backstage sources told Sapp that Wes Lee's release was not due to disciplinary issues, heat with management, or poor performance. In fact, the talented high flyer had been featured consistently on NXT television in recent months and had reportedly earned respect from his peers and the creative team alike. His departure was simply a part of WWE's broader restructuring decisions, a cost-cutting move that saw several other promising talents let go without much explanation. Before joining WWE, Wes Lee made a name for himself on the independent circuit, competing in promotions like Lucha Underground, Dragon Gate, All-American Wrestling, and Combat Zone Wrestling. However, he gained significant recognition during his time in TNA, now TNA Wrestling, as a member of the Rascals alongside Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. Their unique blend of speed, creativity, and energy made them fan favorites, which eventually led WWE to sign Lee and Wentz in 2020. During his tenure in NXT, Wes Lee captured the NXT North American Championship and delivered numerous memorable matches that highlighted his incredible agility and storytelling ability. His title reign and subsequent performances helped elevate NXT's mid-card scene, and he was widely seen as someone destined for greater things on either Raw or SmackDown. Unfortunately, those plans never materialized. Following his release, WWE Hall of Famer Booker T shared his thoughts on his Hall of Fame podcast. The two-time WWE Hall of Famer praised Wes Lee's talent and work ethic, but also offered a realistic take on WWE's developmental system. Booker noted that in his view, stars should ideally spend no more than 2.5 years in NXT before moving on to the main roster or exploring opportunities elsewhere. According to Booker, staying too long in developmental can sometimes hinder growth and limit exposure to the wider WWE audience. Booker T also expressed disappointment that WWE didn't give Wes Lee a proper chance to shine on the main roster, especially given his proven track record in the ring. He emphasized that Lee had everything it takes to succeed: athleticism, passion, and a strong connection with fans. Wes Lee was one of those guys who always gave 110% every time he stepped in the ring, Booker said. It's unfortunate, but sometimes timing and business decisions just don't line up. As of now, Wes Lee hasn't publicly commented on his release, but fans across social media have voiced their support for him, with many calling for him to return to TNA or explore AEW opportunities. Given his popularity and undeniable talent, it's likely that this isn't the last time fans will see Wes Lee in a wrestling ring. While WWE's latest round of cuts has left many scratching their heads, one thing is clear: Wes Lee's release will go down as one of the most surprising and talked about decisions of the year. His journey may have hit a pause, but his story inside the squared circle is far from over.